All right, guys, we're live. We are live. So, as they start to log in, we're going to be live all week. Okay, that's the weekend. As you guys come on in, let us know where you're at, where you're from. So, are we ready to start this panel? All right, guys. We're gonna get started with Dope Smack. Come in, have a seat, come learn a little bit. Mine don't go that far. I guess I'll leave it on. All right, guys. So we are the Rushmore Show. Andy and I, we do a podcast. We rank our top 4 pop culture things. We actually are going to have a panel here right after this one, and we're going to go over some top 4 things. But before we get started with that, we're going to jump in and have a panel with Dope Smack and New Orleans' first original superhero, right?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, you can't. I don't think you can hear me.
No? Turn it up.
1, 2, 1, 2.
There.
Okay. Well, I'm not Nuance's first, but I am the newest superhero.
Newest and improved and best.
And best superhero.
Yeah, so Joe, right?
Yes, sir.
Joe, tell us about Dope Smack. What got you started in designing this story, this type of character?
Well, I've been in the film industry for over 20 years now, and I've worked with so many producers and made a lot of people a lot of money doing all the films. And it got to a point in my life when I wasn't really being fulfilled by working for somebody else. So I decided to start writing myself. So one of my friends brought to me a script about pretty much a crackhead superhero. I was looking for a script to develop, and I was like, man, that's horrible. I have kids, and I was like, I'm not gonna produce this movie. So I was like, look, I like the concept of the superhero thing. So why don't you let me rewrite this script and turn it into something that I would do, right? So he was all for it. So I wrote down this whole idea that I had, and then I worked with him to just finish the film script. And from there, I started playing with drawings and my vision of who the superhero should be. I wanted him to be Max. I wanted him, for you not to be able to see his skin. So, I saw this Stan Lee interview years ago where he talked about how Spider-Man was so big with kids, and it's because you can't see his skin. Spider-Man could be anybody. So, and that's where my vision for it was. That's what I need to do, because I want everybody to be able to relate to the superhero.
So I think I've heard this before on one of your podcasts, or as a guest on the podcast. The inspiration for the actual design came a lot from Spider-Man, didn't it?
Well, no. A lot of people thought it did.
Oh, that never.
Yeah. So my inspiration at first I thought maybe it was like a ninja, And I'm a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So my first drawing, if you look at my first drawing of the actual superhero, he looks like one of the foot soldiers.
Okay. I'd see that.
Yeah. So, but as I was developing the actual story, I was like, man, it would be cool if I put some camera, because he has his best friend buddy, which is also a superhero. He's actually at the computer, always giving him information, right? Because he's a vigilante at first, So I was like, he needs to see what I see, and by doing that, I need to put some monitors. So instead of like just a mask, these are actually viewing them.
So what makes Dope Smack a hero? What does he have superpowers? Does he have super intellect?
Well, in the story, he's super intelligent, but in his universe, he thought there was no superhero. He was just gonna be a vigilante going out there playing to be a superhero. But he ends up getting shot and killed by one of the dope dealers that he's trying to attack. And at that moment, a little girl with actual superpowers comes and saves his life. And by doing that, she actually changes his DNA, and that gives him superpowers.
Okay, so is it a surprise what it's about?
Well, no, the comic book's already out. So basically, he channels energy. So he's able to channel energy to fly and to have super strength.
Super strength. So
yeah,
is his main antagonist always going to be the criminal underground, dope dealers, things like that? Hence the name.
Well,
and that kind of thing.
At the beginning, that's his whole goal, right? So his father gets killed by a narco, and he's just trying to find this guy to bring him down. You know, but in the story, as you read along, his father always taught him that, and this is a big twist. His father was a drug dealer himself, right? But his father always taught him, and he tells him, "Hey, look, even though I'm doing all of this, I'm doing it for you, so that you don't have to."
Kind of a redemption story.
Right. So he's only doing it because he's poor. He lives in the ghetto, in the slum. So that's why he actually teaches him all of the goodness and what he's supposed to do. And that's what it takes to become a superhero. And that's why he wants to bring him down. He doesn't even actually want to kill the guy. He wants to bring him to justice.
So what made you choose Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and all that? What brought the focus in?
Well, I think that Louisiana is very unrepresented when it comes to superheroes. Even though there's a lot of superheroes here that a lot of people don't know about, but I feel like in the mainstream, and that's what my whole goal was, to come up with a superhero that I can take mainstream, and I know it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm not there, but I think if you look at the comic itself, you look at the character, you look at the story, it's a story that's relatable by a lot of people, and I think that's what it takes for you to actually be able to get to that mainstream point, to get all the fans to love it, to, get the kids to follow, and even the adults, so.
Yeah, so I've seen you now, this is like our 6th or 7th con, and I think you've been at every one that we've been at. And so you've been promoting. I saw that we have book 1. It's out at your stage, at your space.
Origin Part 1.
Origin Part 1, and then Part 2 is in the works, correct?
Part 2 is in the works. It should be out in 2 months, maybe 2.5 months. Actually, I wanted it to be out by April, but when you're working with a lot of artists, a lot of times, they get booked up, and you're in waiting line, especially when it's a good artist, and that was my main thing. I have to have, the guy that's actually going to be able to draw my business, and bring it to life.
So I know you mentioned that as well, that you kind of bounced through several other partners, artists, helping you write, helping you move, helping you do some stuff. How's that look? I mean, how's the back end of that?
Well, it's very expensive. It's an all out of pocket type thing that you have to come up with at percent. But not everybody. I'm doing a lot of coverage with different people. Like the inside is usually just one person, just to keep it uniform. Part 1 is done by Lucas Assis, and he's in Brazil, and the other one is by Daniel Kretschmerud, and he's from Poland. My accent thing. But he's actually, I feel like they're both really good. They're both great. I think that the only thing that made me go with Daniel was the cost, honestly. Yeah, I was spending $4,000 just to do all the interiors on it, so I got a better deal, and I like his style a lot. He's just a great artist. It's a lot, very sketchy, and I feel that that's what I wanted to be more like grimy and just dirty, just to feel not dirty, that's the wrong word, but sketchy, like rough, like a rough finish. That's what Daniel brings to it. And I think that New Orleans looks good in that, because that's how New Orleans looks. It just looks like Gotham City. Right.
Yeah. So I love all this talk about your comic book, but one of my, Kirk and I, we love nostalgia. It's all about, hey, how did we get into something? Growing up as a kid, what were the superheroes? I'm not going to ask you for a Rushmore list, because we've done that before. But if you can just give us, you'll be on the eventually. But not, kind of putting you on the spot, but like, what were some of those key comic books, superheroes, even movies maybe that were a big inspiration for you to get into the film industry, maybe to get into the comic book side of things? What was big for you growing up?
Right. So my first VHS movie that I ever owned was Batman. The original Batman, yes. And so even though at that point I didn't really have a lot of comic books, I was probably like 7 years old, and I went to see the movie in theaters. And then that Christmas, one of my uncles gave me that movie. So Batman was a big inspiration. And that's the thing that I used kind of like that whole inspiration to bring those. And that's why at first he doesn't have superpowers. You know, he's just a vigilante. And from there, as I grew up, I started getting into Spider-Man, especially trading cards. I still have like, you know, over 1,000 trading cards in a book that I probably all damaged because I used to like take them out all the time. And but they're probably not worth a lot. But that was my, you know, I really got into the Marvel, Spider-Man, you know, Iron Man, and just for some reason when I was a kid, I didn't have a lot of Batman cards, you know, and me being in Mexico, they didn't really. To buy a comic book in Mexico is really expensive. So my alternative was, hey, trading cards. You don't really get to read the whole comic, but at least you get to see your characters and learn what they're all about.
So what is, you mentioned you've made some money for some other producers. What are some other things that you can find?
Well, I've probably done about 50 films in my career in the film industry. Some of the biggest ones, I worked at mostly independent, and that's just because I had the opportunity to work on, you know, big films and all that stuff, and I didn't really like it. You know, you feel kind of like just a worker there, you know, and I was more, I wanted to be able to use my talent, you know, and be able to provide something to the film, not just, you know, hey, you move that light there and do a lot of other than just like lighting the whole thing, and you don't get to be creative. And that's my whole thing. I've always been a creative person and a storyteller. So, you know, not to say that I didn't learn a lot from it, you know, a lot of knowledge came from all of that, but at the same time, it wasn't really fulfilling.
That leads into one of my kind of closing questions, I guess, before we have some questions from here. What is the plan for the folks now? Is a movie in the idea, the works? Is that the big plan? If you being an actor, share with them some of those kind of things.
All right, so the film was the first idea. I didn't even have a comic book in mind when I started, you know, developing the film. It was just like I just wanted to shoot a movie. That was my main goal. And from there, I got an artist to draw up some concepts and for my pitch deck, and then that actually became so good that everybody that saw the pitch was like, "Well, where's the comic book?" And I was like, "Well, there's no comic book." They're like, "Well, you need to make a comic book." And I was like, I don't know, but it took a little while for them to convince me. And then I realized, like, if I wanted Dope Mac to be successful, I needed to be able to have something to show people what was about. So that's why I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this comic book, not knowing how much it was gonna take for me to do it, how much work, you know, and time and money that it was gonna take. But once I started doing it, I loved being able to see my vision on wax, you know, just being drawn up, being colored, and it's like, oh man, that's really good film.
So, is there still a movie in play?
The movie is in total effect. My plan is I actually have the opportunity to shoot another movie, and I'm starting another movie this week too. It's not my movie, but it's a good friend of mine that I'm working with. But I was able to come up with all the chips that took to film another movie. So the name is Kid Paranormal. It's part of the same Dark Atom Studios umbrella. So Kid Paranormal is a story about, it's kind of like the Ghostbusters meets the Sixth Sense. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great, it's really meant for kids. You know, it's not really super scary, super gory, but so once I'm done with that, which will be in October, I'll be done with all the editing. I'm jumping straight into producing those Mac full time, and especially because I can't shoot during the hot summer. You know, I'm burning up right now.
I noticed on your socials, you working through some things right now, asking for some other actors and other fill-ins and background guys. So I knew that you were kind of doing something else, but that makes a lot more sense. So that's kind of like your finality before you can move on to the next big thing. So what's the next big thing? Immediately, you got issue 2 coming up, and I think at your table you talked about it probably being like a 10-part series or so.
It's gonna be
six-part series, and then there's some branches. Can you talk about those branches?
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but I have some characters that are really grounded on the Louisiana culture, more so than Dutchman, you know. And I felt like, you know, it was only right for me to actually just take what the culture is all about and put it into one character that means what Louisiana stands for, you know. And I'm not saying Dutchman doesn't, you know, but I feel like this character has much more of the culture of Louisiana embedded in him that I think people are going to love, especially coming from Louisiana.
So I'm hearing there's like a NOLA super team on the way. Maybe.
I don't know. I haven't thought about this super yet.
Super friend, X-Men, whatever.
All right, so just to throw this out there, since you're talking about the movie that's in production, if you ever need 2 people just to be a bit part, let's say with beards,
Overweight guys with beards and backward hats.
if it's just for a minute to get beat up, I mean, we're in your show.
Well, on the film, there's actually a group of bikers.
Hey.
And they get beat up by Dutchman pretty badly. So, but then they get burned. Well, not only, but they get burned by the film. So, I don't know if you want to get burned in the film.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
This is a good movie. I'm down.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll have a hot suit on you.
There we go. I'm down.
It's all right.
Sounds like a motorcycle guy. All right.
We'll have some extinguishers there.
So where can fans find you? What's the next step? I know you did a Kickstarter. Social media wise, where can we find support you? Whether it's backing or just purchasing your content.
All right. So the main website is Dark Atom Studios. Atom with a T.
Yeah.
.com. And that's our main website. Social media, of course. Dope Smack Universe, which I'm going to change to the Dark Atoms brand. I'm thinking about it. I might just create another one, but I want to have all my projects into one place. You know? But I think like Dope Smack fans are really tuned into Dope Smack on Dope Smack. So, you know, it's a lot of work. It's not a big social media. You know, you know how much work it takes, and you know, having kids and having family book and doing films and paying bills and all that stuff. It's like, man, we don't have time for social media. So,
yeah. So,
but I will respond. You contact me on there. I'll respond.
I know one of the big things that's coming up is coming on our show.
Right.
And I understand social media is a lack of strength. Because sometimes I'm like, do I find it here? Do I talk to him there? But I have seen a lot of stuff. I saw you on a couple of podcasts. One that was really fantastic. I would definitely highly recommend anybody to see that. But man, what's next in the convo? Going to be any other places that they can find you?
I know I'm trying to book everything and everything I can. I know I'm doing collector's con. I know I'm gonna sign up. I'm Mighty Con, New Orleans Comic Con in Kenner. What else am I doing? I can't think off the top of my head. I'm actually gonna put like a schedule of all the cons that I'm doing on online once I get this done.
So we need that, so we know which ones we need to be at too. Yeah. But man, so this has been great. This is great. Do you have anything that you would want to share that we haven't talked about?
That's the most difficult question that anybody asks for you to come off the top of my head. Let me think. Well, you know, part 2 is coming in 2 months. We covered that. Part 1 is out. I'm actually sold out, almost sold out of all of my copies of part 1 yesterday. I actually had to stop pushing.
How about those bricks? You some of those slabs yet?
What bricks?
The 3 slabs you got. Those $500
Oh, no, the special edition. Yeah, no, that
I think Andy went for it.
one.
My wife.
Oh,
It could be the payment for getting burned on the ship.
well, oh, yeah, there you go. Actually, those $500 one, this sounds like a lot, but I only printed out 25 of them. You know, and that was my top reward tier on Kickstarter. We've already sold 5 of them. I'm keeping number 1. This is, you know, I have it on display.
It's like Scrooge McDuck's first dime. There it is.
You got to frame it. It's framed. It's a pretty box with a, you know, it's a case. You know, the comic book's in the case. It's gold plated, and it's got silver plating on it, and it's numbered, so you know exactly what copy you're getting. And you know, in the future, this thing will probably be a fortune.
Well, we're praying that that's what that is. So that we can always say we know that guy.
What,
Reversed by that guy. So,
Well, that's great, man. So let's just. Do we have one?
I don't know one.
Just to end this, if there's anyone who's like maybe a kid who's here or just another adult
Oh, yeah.
who's interested in getting into either the comic book production world, the film industry, something like that, what is a piece of advice that you would give them? Like somebody's just starting out on this, maybe something that helped you when you started. What advice would you give them?
well, work your butt up. You know, when you're in this industry, especially the film industry, you don't realize how much time it takes. The independent industry is even worse. You know, usually when you're in a union, they're like, you can only work 8 hours or 12 hours, and you gotta wrap it up. You know, or you gotta pay them a whole bunch of money. When you're independent people don't have overtime money. You know, so a lot of times, and it depends. If you want to be, you know, just a worker in a film set, the union is great for you. You know, a big union show. If you want to be creative and learn how to be creative and put in, you know, all your creativeness into this, then independent is the best way to go. You know, because it teaches you how to grind and how to do things without the money. You know, because I mean, I worked on big union shows where they had 100 people just in the lighting and grip department. And I mean, it's like, you got one job. All right, I need you to move that light and point it there. And that's your job, the whole thing, you know? And they have the money to do that. And it's like, man, how does this seem creative? You know, I want to be in the set. I want to be a gun. They call them the hammers, actually. If you're a hammer doing the set, you're doing everything and just running around and being creative and helping to be creative, you know? So I'm just saying, the only reason why I got to the level I am, I think, is because I worked on it. You know, I didn't complain. You know, and then a lot of times he's like, hey man, I only have you know, this much money to offer you. Sometimes you gotta take that. It's kind of like an investment in yourself, you know. So I took a lot of times where they're like, man, I only have $100 a day, you know, and you take it. And I mean, unfortunately, now I'm at the time where I'm like, I can't take $100. When I was young, I didn't have this many bills, I didn't have kids. But now I'm like, you know, yeah, I got a minimum that I have to be able to make to be able to pay all the bills. But yeah.
So maybe I got it wrong, but it sounded like you were originally from Mexico. Kind of. And so did you pick New Orleans because of the film industry blowing up here? Because I know it started not long ago because right, like Hollywood South.
Well, I've been here since I was a young kid.
Much younger? Much younger? Okay.
6 years old.
Okay.
I had family. My family was like split. Like half of my family were American citizens and half of them were like Mexican citizens. You know, so I was able to. It wasn't hard for me to just come back and forth.
So like I live in Atlanta right now. It's blowing up. Like kind of what I realized like maybe 15, 20 years ago, New Orleans was kind of doing right around the Katrina time, right before and after that kind of space. And now I'm seeing it over there in Atlanta, like it's going crazy, like blowing up. So I was wondering if that might have been.
Well, I was here, so it just look, I feel like it was just meant to be, because when I was 5 years old, I remember one of my aunts driving me to like a park or something, and she's like, "So what you want to be when you grow up?" And I'm like, "No, I want to be a director." And I'm telling I'm 5 years old. I still remember. I have that vision clear in my brain. And she's like, "Oh, well, then you need to do this. You need to be you need to go to college for this, this, and that." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And that always stayed in my mind. You know? I don't know what made me, watching TV, being able to work with artists and all that, it was just like fascinating to me. And so when I came to the United States, I got into the music business. At that point, I was kind of like, man, being in films is probably not going to happen in my life. I literally thought this. So I'm not, this is the next best thing is doing music. I was really good at producing music. And then one day, one of the artists that I'm working with calls me and he's like, "Hey, I'm doing this film, man. Do you want to come and work on the film, like in the sound department and stuff?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." So I took the opportunity. And that's one of the gigs where they were like, they were really paying no money to do it, Unfortunately, my business, my music studio, I was making money to where I could pay my bills then. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump in it. The money wasn't really what was up, but I still worked my butt up. I never complained. And we were working 18, 20-hour days. And we made it happen. And his movie took off, man. If you look at the movie now, you're kind of like the production value was really low, but I feel like it was all meant to be, in my life.
Doors, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that's great, man. So anybody out there that can hear us, go find Dope Smack. He's over on the
Booth 95.
Booth 95. Pick up one of his first copies. He only has a few left, I hear, and be on the lookout for book number 2.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it. And we're gonna have Dope Smack on our show, the Rushmore Show, here this month coming up, or the next month, within the next 2. We're gonna be talking movies and your top 4 or something. We've already got your top 4 actions, and we're gonna have to go with top 4 something else. But man, Dope Smack will be on our show, coming to YouTube near you. All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, look. Actually, hey, we got an online.
Oh.
Hey, can we have this real quick? An online question. So, Dope Smack. The question is, my friend just released a true story book on his war. If it's okay turning the book into a superhero type comic book based, like G.I. Joe, based on his photo, how do we find the artist to do this? Great question.
Yeah.
Her name's Brenda.
Brenda. Well, in order to find a guy, and it's all about division, right? So what I did, I went to Instagram, and I was following a lot of creators that were already doing comic books, and I reached out to some of the, they would tag the creators, and I would reach out to some of them. And a lot of them were like, "Man, we're too busy. We're really good creators. They don't have time for everything." So, some of them were like, "Man, we're booked for 6 months." So I was like, "Man, I need to make this happen, and I need to find the right guy." So I started reaching out to people, and I found a few guys, and I was like, "Hey," I would pay them to create something. I would write a page down, and I was like, "Look, I want you to write, draw up this page. Let me see what you got." And so I had like 5, 6 people that sent me their work, and then a lot of them were really good. A lot of them, they have really clean, but I found the one guy that I thought matched the look that I was going for, and it just, from there, I started working with him. Matter of fact, the guy had to quit in the middle of the comic book. He had like other, I guess, opportunities, and so I had to start all over again that process. And it wasn't easy, and it wasn't fast. So it might take you a little while to find somebody, but once you find the right person, stick with them, and hopefully they stick with you.
Brenda, thanks for that question. Hopefully that answers it. She's actually sent me an email. And, maybe I'll contact you with some other information. Maybe we can find somebody for you.
Definitely.
So, yeah, thank you, Dope Smack. And everybody go find him at Booth 95. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we are going to start our other panel here shortly.
I thought I was gonna get a stuffed up.
Probably best. We kind of like.
I'm just the worst at interviews.
Yeah.
Essentially, when I went to spot 44, and I did an interview with him, and I was like, you only have like, you only give you like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, can't even fix.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Got a kind of weird. Yeah, it's called Time is Art. Let's start. G.I. Joe. All right, guys, we're going to walk around the con a little bit and see what's going on. It's a big boom. You get it like this, huh? All right, guys. So we're walking around the convention. And so day 2 of the convention. My man Fran's Labyrinth. Man, we're picking up Ninja Turtle stuff all the time from him. This old stuff he's got going on here.
My daughter has your sticker on the bunk bed.
Yeah, I got two. That's one of my favorite comics all time. Yeah, I love Max. Look at what we got going on here. He customs them. Where you going? All right. Go this way. We'll be back, friend. You've been hanging out with Cannon, huh? That's it. So, con's packed. Come on down. Last day of the convention. Artist Alley. We're in Artist Alley right now. We've got some cool artwork drawing right now. Well, Darth Vader, he's rocking Figaro. Wicked Wonderland, these pretty cool. Voodoo dolls. My man Turner again, rocking. So, some Five Nights at Freddy's, folks. Yeah. Ain't that low? We did a RetroCon with that thing. More artists. The artists are all over. Really good artists. Doing some good stuff, man. So, walking by Sergeant Slaughter right now. In Slaughter. Bad Girl. There he is back there. Sergeant Slaughter. Bad Girl. Yeah, doing all the things. Star Wars cosplayers. Right. Yeah. So here's the brick wall where Ming from Comic Book Men. He's usually hanging out here over here. So nice. That's true.
I got like over 20 of them in that song. Yeah, every time I kind of goes up in price, but the first time
Sorry. So there's a lot of pops, a lot of comics, Power Rangers, Star Wars, Super Nintendo, Ninja Turtles. Whoa. Yeah, lots of. They got tumblers. Place is packed with information, with people. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to go live at 1 o'clock. We're doing a little panel. Show you guys our booth. It's over here. Yep. We're here. Rushmore Show. Booth. Hanging out. So. Pick out the food trucks. Wonder where Cannon's at. find Cannon. Bet he's trying to figure out. Oh, there he is. Yeah, what is that in your hand? Where'd that come from? Cannon's constantly getting something for free.
Because I saw some convention and it had a good thing that had toys. You have one of your
Let me see.
it's a hammer.
Pretty cool hammer. Wonder who that's for. I'm back. From outer space. Oh, you would tell me some Doug Smith thing. But I got mine signed by him. There it is. Doug Smack. Just did the panel. Signature. And the trading card. And the trading card. Yeah, I don't know that I got his card. Oh. Yeah. Oh, look, here's this panel right here. Guys, I'm hungry. Can y'all send us some send food? Fran. Cannon wants to go to Fran. Fran's setting up a deal with him. Fran has told him if he purchases a hull, that he will give him something for free or something like that. Yeah. Oh, look at Def Leppard out there in the background. Rocket. Yeah. Blank. Yeah, this guy's a big dude. Look at this. Hundo 50. Brand was here last year. Hey, so if you're out there, give me your top four favorite. I'm seeing Nintendo, man. Nintendo games all time. Top four Nintendo games all time. Drop that in the comments. Top four Nintendo games all time. Drop it. Drop it in the comments. Thanks for coming and hang out with us. Doing good. They're doing good. She came to church this morning. Guys, we had 45 people in our church today. Praise Jesus. 45 people. We did church twice. First one had about 25, second one had about 15, and we had about 5, 6, 7 online. 45 people hanging out with us during church. You can go back and check that out at in our community page. You can find the Christian side of things. Cannon, hold on. So Cannon's wheeling and dealing. Cannon is wheeling and dealing up some costs, seeing what he. Comics. We're old Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies. Records. Magic the Gathering. Bo Jackson. Bo knows conventions. I still got them. I'm waiting for Mr. Fran, the customers to die down before you go and bother him. Yes, he's bothering Fran again.
That was nice.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah. So we're going to be here every time and at RetroCon. So nice.
I was trying to listen to that.
You can pick it up on our YouTube too. So I mean, they were watching it online as well. So appreciate it. So what are we looking at? What we want? So you want the Hulk, and then what?
She got these. Yeah, she's got three.
Oh, those are some customs, huh? Oh, nice. Nice. The gecko?
Yeah, he's.
Is that Mondo?
Yeah, one with the. This is one without.
That's weird. You guys remember this? Mondo the gecko. What you got on Mondo? All right. You guys remember these? Yes, scuba. Oh, Casey Jones. Here was my favorite guy right here. Casey Jones. His hair. This guy's cool too. I think his name's like Napoleon Bonaparte. Our panel's starting in a few minutes. Our last one. So our panel's starting in a few minutes. We'll be back. He's eyeing this gecko up. I think we're going to get that gecko. And what? That's pretty expensive. And now you're running out of money. He's looking at this Planet Home. Pretty nice. We'll see. We'll talk about it. But I'm hungry too. We're going to get food after this. Hey, we got 4 in the chat. Say hello. Where you looking? Where you watching from? Where you looking? Where you watching from? Everybody.
Here we go. Here we go. Ooh.
I heard that. There we go. That's good. I gotta get a burger. So I'm absolutely going to eliminate some. Is that the Pikachu one? That sounded really good. So, hey, thank you guys for coming. I don't know if you plan to come here for this, but absolutely sick. You should. I love watching hanging out with makes me love hanging out with people. We're the Rushmore Show, so we are a YouTube channel. We have a table up front. We have it live right now. We're live right now on our YouTube. No, you're not in it, so you're okay. Unless you want to, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you can jump in the chat.
You can jump in the chat. But if you go online,
You want to know where to find it? It's right there on that card down there.
there's a card. You can scan this QR that's on this thing. There's a card. There's
This card right there in front of the TV.
Information is everywhere, people. Well, look, we're glad that you came and you're going to hang out for a little bit. We have a panel right now, and we'll just tell you a little bit about the concept of our show. That's going to help you understand kind of what the panel is. We're the Rushmore Show, so if you know Mount Rushmore, how many presidents are on Mount Rushmore? 4 of them. There you go. Perfect. Okay, you guys can do it. So top 4, we are a ranking podcast where we rank our favorite 4 things, top 4 things, in all kinds of different categories. We talk about what? Movies and TV. Music. I'm a big music fan. Video games. Food, which we love food.
I'm hungry right now.
I hope we have a lot of food trucks.
I wish there were 4 trucks out there so I could drink them. But yeah, so it's movies and TV, video games, music, nostalgia. That's our way to throw in all the fun, geeky things that don't fit anywhere else. Sports and food. Did I name food in it? I don't know. There's something. So yeah. So here's the concept. Today, what we're gonna do, we're gonna ask you to do a panel. And we love Ben and Sarah, but we were like, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to? I don't have a product that we sell. We don't have a comic book. We don't have any of that stuff. But what we do is we have just fun conversations. So we're going to talk about, our plan at least, is to do a couple live Rushmores. And you catch us on our live, which again, that QR code will bring you Friday night, 7 o'clock Central. Yeah, 7 Central. We talk about those topics, and we bring a guest on, and we have a ton of fun just talking about our favorite 4 things. Well, before we jump into that, let's talk about this. So how to get started.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. We have discussed at length and at nauseum, probably ad nauseum. I love that word. Who's the greatest of all time in certain things, or what's the greatest of all time in certain things? And what we've learned, or let's just say this: we're both pastors, we're both teachers, and we're both parents. So we hang out with kids a lot, and what we've learned is kids don't agree with us. And that's good.
Yeah, I know.
They were raised at a different time, place, different influences.
Yeah.
And so I always like to use this one. Most people out there in the sports world would say Tom Brady's the greatest of all time. And I would not say the same thing because I don't like him. And so I don't like it. And on top of that, but if you're a Jets fan, you wouldn't think he's absolutely. So what we realized is that the Rushmore is more subjective than objective. And so it's subjective to who you are. So we do personal favorites. And so one day we were in, I live in Atlanta now. I'm a missionary out there in Atlanta for homelessness and sex trafficking. And I moved out to Atlanta and way to stay connected was like, hey, let's chat online, and then COVID and everything else. But we're both youth pastors, and our kids were kind of like, man, I kind of like when y'all do this thing. He was in my house. He says, what's your top 4, or what's your Rushmore of potato chips? Just random. Started in the kitchen, people. I started with food. And I was like, oh, I never really thought of it that way. So I kind of threw out some potato chips, and a few hours later, what's your Rushmore of ice cream, or what's your Rushmore of this? And it just kind of caught fire, and it kind of take our wives off and our family off, and we're like, man, and it's still taking them off today. So we decided to start YouTube. He was down at my house, and we filmed 5 episodes all at the same time in my kitchen, literally in my kitchen where it started. We filmed all 5, Which is funny because episode 3, we were celebrating Betty White, and we filmed it 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time, and she passed away before we put it out there, so we had to refilm it. And so that was the start of what we were doing, and we were like, oh, this is going to be nothing. And in the first episode, we got like 400 or 500 views and like 50 people subscribed. We're like, I guess we're doing this thing. So now we're chasing 1,000. We love your support, but we're almost there. And Ben and Sarah invited us to come out here. We're like, what would we do? I mean, we don't sell nothing. We don't have anything. What would we do? And so basically, we just come out and do Rushmores with people. And so we've been interviewing the vendors. We got one with Ming showing up here a little bit after. Ming's going to be live on our show doing a Rushmore with him. And basically, it's what's your top 4 of something. So we thought maybe we could do a couple of those Rushmores. Yeah. Today. So our show is live, but it is formatted in a sense where we know beforehand what we're going to talk about. But this is kind of our bread and butter music. Yeah, this is our bread and butter of like just being thrown on the thrown to the wolves essentially for this. And again, if you're coming in, I know there's some seats around here. You can feel free to come join us and hang out for a little bit. So I guess what we'll do is that first of all, if you're online, you can send some questions there too.
In your top 4, and then we may even ask you your top 4. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So. Nobody likes, let me say this, nobody likes to be the person in class that asks the first question, right? Anybody love to be that person? Nobody does. So, well, here's what I'll say. We moved past the first question. Now it's second question. All right. But, Kirk, you want to get started? So, again, if you haven't heard already, we said it, the best way to support us, we don't sell anything money-wise. It's just, if you just go there, simply hit subscribe.
The big thing is it's part of what we call Summit Squad. Summit Squad, what we ask every Friday, you drop your top 4. So last week was our guilty pleasure song. We did guilty pleasure song. So we thought things that you would probably listen to, and then when somebody pulls up next to you, you roll your window up. That kind of stuff. We did that. And we always have a guest host. This one we had your whole metal band. So a metal band talking about your guilty pleasure is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, we did cover songs. We've done video game songs. We did hair metal band. And this week we're doing 90s country is what our guest next week is right. And then we're jumping into movies. But
so let's get it started.
I'll do mine. So does anybody out there have a Rushmore that you want to ask one about? I'll go. I mean, if you guys want, what you got? What's your Rushmore?
Ice cream flavors, is that what you said?
Oh.
This is my favorite topic. So again, we put ours in order 4, 3, 2, 1. So
Okay, watch this. What's your Rosie? Rosie is Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's 4 on the mountain because we think he's the least.
I think we're gonna match maybe even on the George.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it. But my number 4, and this is blah, right? But I really like Neapolitan. I think you get the best of all 3.
Rushmore. One Rosie.
It's a cheat. I'm cheating. I'm getting 3 flavors in one, but I like the combination of them. Moving to my number 3, I would probably put now. Also, mind you, every one of these is Bluebell's version. Okay? I mean, that's the best ice cream there is. Bluebell ice cream. It's funny. A couple of years ago, there was like a flesh-eating bacteria in Bluebell, and we don't care. As soon as it came back on the shelves, I'll give it to you. I need it. I don't care if they open it up and mix it in the grocery store. I'm taking it now. But my third one, I really like now. Again, this kind of is part of my number 4, but it's a little bit elevated. Bluebell's strawberries and homemade vanilla. Dude, it's a fantastic. Dude, we're gonna crush all 4. We might crush all 4 of these. We know each other really well.
So I'm gonna put that one on Benjamin.
But it has real strawberries in it. You don't have it.
So Benjamin's our honorable mention. Benjamin Franklin, by the way, was considered to be the number 5 guy on the mountain, but he didn't make it. So he's our honorable mention. We call him Benjies. And so if you come out, you might hear a little old school all about the Benjamins.
Number two
is Link. Last one, by the way, was TJ Jazzy Jeff. Thomas Jones.
It'll make sense when you watch the show, I promise.
And then, okay, so you're at your Link.
My number 2 is, gosh, this is so difficult when you get thrown on the spot because I know my one. It's because I know my one. Number 2 to me is mint chocolate chip. It's polarizing. It's polarizing. People hate it or love it. I'm a big fan. Was that your number 2?
Bro, I
No, I have to be number 1 because I know
what's
you're
funny
number
is
1.
so what's funny is they probably think we're doing this on purpose. We never match. We never match.
No.
And when we match, we call them crush sports.
Yeah.
And we probably try and intentionally not match. So right now, you're at least 2 for 3.
I'm 3 for 3, but you move one.
I'm gonna move
that.
one.
But,
I'm gonna move one.
mint chocolate chip. People think it's like toothpaste and
And I
chocolate.
kind of have a feeling you're gonna take the door.
Who likes mint chocolate chip? Just to show him.
Right, it's full.
Yeah, about half and half. That's normally
It's for mint chocolate chip and pineapple and pizza. These 2 things,
and I love
make
both.
people upset.
My number 1. What's that? Pineapple. Yeah, you're gonna do it right. I feel that.
Jalapeno.
That's a bacon on there too.
Jalapeno business.
All right, number 1, the most flop pick of all, and it's gonna make sense.
Just do it.
Just give me some vanilla ice cream, and here's why. Thank you. There we go. Oreo grease, vanilla ice cream, just because.
Gotta go with the homemade.
Well, homemade vanilla. Yeah, I don't want the beans in it. I don't like vanilla bean.
You know what's even better when you get that little stick that you can eat with it and.
So that's a different topic, but vanilla's great because it's a blank canvas. You can put whatever you want in that stuff. You can put fudge on the top. You can throw some M&Ms. I don't know, caramel. You can whipped cream. You can do whatever you want. Put some fruit on it, and it's fantastic.
I love this.
It's also the base of all of great milkshakes, things like that. You know,
So since I'm getting a Benjamin, you have a Benjamin?
do I have a Benjamin? This is an old man pick, but I love. Is it butter pecan? That's a great pick. So good.
That's a great thing. I have all my Benjamins.
And
And
who else? Butter pecan.
so the way we do Benjamins, though, if I pick a Benjamin, or if anything that we pick, we can't match on Benjamins. We can't do
Like a
crush.
fantasy football player.
All right, so
Kind of our same pick.
So Rosie, Neapolitan, you get all 3. That was the easy one. I'm jumping in. TJ Jesse, Chef. Since you stole the strawberries, which the strawberries and vanilla, I used to eat that when I was in the military all the time. I'd go downstairs to the BX. I worked at the hospital, and there was a freezer, and in there, that was my favorite one to grab, the pint.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Single serve.
but I'm moving to chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip
Okay,
cookies.
yeah. See, cookie dough.
Bringing that in at number 3. And
Yes,
then,
like cookie
I'm
dough.
rushing,
Some people are.
I'm rushing out with you with mint chocolate chip
And vanilla.
and vanilla. Right. And then since you got a Benny and I can't match the same Benny with strawberry, I'm gonna come with.
Go ahead.
That.
Go ahead.
I'm cheating.
Go ahead.
Sure. I'm cheating. Moose grass.
Oh.
I love
That's a
it.
deep cut.
Deep cut.
All right, great one. Ice cream.
So that's our 4. Top 4 and
Hey, just from the audience, what are some ones that we missed that we should have said?
what should we say?
What's that? Cookie 2-step.
Cookie 2-step.
Sounds fantastic. What's in it? I mean, I'm sure it has.
Cookies. Cookie dough.
Holy moly. Married. That's illegal in 48 states. Too.
So that just moved up to your doer cookie. So
I would say cookies and cream didn't get mentioned, and that's usually a pretty well loved one.
Cannon would have said cookies and cream. That's his door. That's my son right there. He
What's that? Twix ice cream.
Twix, dude. I almost jumped that one in for the moose.
Oh, wedding cake. We will have the wedding cake ice cream.
Hey, how that deep?
Oh, I'm not a big chocolate guy. Like,
You guys got any questions out there?
Rocky Road.
Protein. Rocky Road is also polarized. I don't like a lot of nuts in my stuff. Any other Rushmores you want to go through? We're going to Rushmore.
Yeah. Well, I blew out everything. Yeah. All right. Any other? That was a fantastic one. Ice cream. Any other ones you want to?
So if you come to our show, we could probably this would be like a 2-hour show. So,
we typically run about an hour and a half. Just so you guys know.
any Rushmore?
Come on. Top 4 Power Rangers.
Well,
Zach.
you're a Power Ranger fan.
Yeah.
I am not,
Yeah.
but I can still give them
Yeah.
because I own the original because I worked at KB Toys when this came out.
I can quickly go through it. I can quickly go
So
through
there's
it. And here's
I'm
my
gonna go
top
by 4. I'm gonna go by 4, but I can't give a lot of reasons why. Number 1, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go backwards because that's just in my head right now. I have to flip it.
Who's your number 1?
Zach, back on.
Rushmore. Zach's the best Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Give me the black
Yeah,
Ranger.
I need that master.
That's why I wear black.
I need
all
that
the time.
mammoth. I need that master.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to go Austin St. John.
Wow.
Well, because, you know,
Now he's on my list.
he's been on our show. He's been on our show.
I said CT.
He was on our show. The last if we got him. Then I'll go green. Can I go green as one and white as one?
Now that's the key.
And polarizing. Do we make our own rules?
It's Tom, bro. It's the same guy.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go green.
You're gonna go green. You're gonna go green and white or green and white combo.
Green and white combo, sure. And then I'm mailing out last one. My Rosie with the Billy.
Yeah.
Blue.
Blue Ranger.
I mean, as a boy, I never really followed. I mean, the Pink Ranger I liked her a lot, but not in a different way.
So the Pink Ranger makes my list because you
That was your crush.
That was my crush back in the day. But again, Zach's number one. There's no doubt.
So I was a Vulture.
Yeah.
I was a Vulture.
Yeah.
I was mad that Power Rangers kind of stole the script.
Power Rangers just perfected it. Was what happened. But that's
Okay. I mean, that's more as good.
Please don't leave people. No, the Black Ranger. So Zach, for sure. Tommy's my two. And I'll double up with white and green. But I will say
We had a short with Austin St. John, and he did his top 4 villains he ever fought on the show.
Rita Repulsa.
Right here. Rita was one. Yeah, Rita was one. Putties, yeah, Putties. Goldar and
Yeah.
the Scorpion girl. What's her name?
Scorpion King. The Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But my top 4, okay, Zach, Tommy, you'll go to, we'll go red and we'll go blue.
Right, and so
It's very similar.
that's all the boys. But you wait, you got pink though.
Oh, well, let's take blue out. Blue's gonna be my Benjamin and the pink. Right.
Yeah, Billy's coming forward.
He's the smart one. I didn't even, he's the programmer.
Now, if you have to be Ninja Turtles, the smart one's the door. And
You only have 4 to pick from, it's just what order you put.
yeah, but you can ask all the characters.
Yeah.
Leonardo wouldn't make my top.
Oh, it's so okay. That's fun. You guys barely know us at this point, but you know enough, I think, at this point. If you had to guess who my top Ninja Turtle is, thank you. They know me. Mikey's a party dude, right? He's my guy.
Donnie, all day, every day.
Donatello over here, believe it or not.
Donnie, the nerd, the geek. I saw me as Donnie.
Yeah.
And I love baseball, and I want to
Does
swing the
anybody
bubble.
pick Leo though?
I want to swing the
Leo,
bubble.
number one.
Leo's so good. Leo don't make anything for me. Casey Jones would be there before him. I have to bring Napoleon Bonaparte before Leo.
Now, yeah,
That's amazing.
this is a good one. This is good. Yeah, go check out Frank's Ladder too if you
Yeah,
haven't yet.
Fran's been on the show. Fran's been on the show. Man, many of these guys out here actually have been on the show. We're gonna have Dope Smack on the show. We've had Robbie Musso right here on the show.
Yeah,
And John McCarthy on the show. They've all been
All
guests.
right. Do we have anything online coming through? Rushmore or anything?
They're just saying hello. Hey, give us a question out there.
What's your Rushmore ways to say hello? Well, there's a difference. If I say, if I say hello, it's too long. Anyway, any other Rushmores? Any other
How?
Aloha.
That's how I know.
Aloha. Yeah, we can buy off of them like that.
Anybody else got one? Rushmore up. Look, right here. No?
No,
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. You got nothing?
Rushmore. What you were raising your hand again? though. I like that. That's cool.
Movies. This is tough. This is tougher than most people think because I almost
Well,
like
yeah.
movies.
So I mean, like my number one is TNT one. I mean, that's
Okay.
That's fantastic.
See that? Though? Yeah. Okay.
I like. I mean, what would they have? 1, 2, and 3.
We had 1, 2, 3, and then you had
Which one was Vanilla Ice? 2.
2.
Ninja. Because I love the Ninja rap.
Ninja.
Yeah.
And then 3 they went.
And I don't see this. It's polarizing, but
But then you have the 2 Michael Bay ones,
I like
and you have the new one.
I like the new one, and it's different. And people are like, nah, I want
And
to.
then
I love
technically you
the
have 2
animation.
cartoon movies too, right? Yeah. The 2 animated ones.
So the new one I like. It'd probably be my 4 if it's gonna make my top 4.
All right.
Because there's some things they did I wasn't really a huge fan of, but the animation is amazing. I love the animation in the new one.
So-
it's just pretty to look at. So I didn't like the Michael Bay ones.
See, and I hate people that don't.
I'm not like I'll watch them.
Here's my issue with it. Here's my issue
I
with
have
it.
a lot of issues with
I
Michael
don't
Bay.
want movies to critique it like that. It was absolutely awesome to watch. I don't care. Here, I'm gonna go with this. Four is going to be the first one. Very first.
Wow.
Number four.
It's still being the top four.
Number 3 is going to be number 2 with Toka and Razor and Vanilla Ice. Yes. Number 2 is the first Michael Bay.
Okay.
First Michael Bay. And number 1 is Superman. By far. It's.
See, I thought you didn't like. You had a lot of issues with it when we talked about it.
I mean, there's issues, but
It's
there's
such a
enough
good
issues.
movie.
I love it. I love the adaptation. I can't wait for number 2.
I like.
And I love it that he loves it.
I like that they were like.
And I love it that he loves it. I love watching
They were
it.
like actually freaky.
Yeah.
Because when you watch
I love how they
TNT,
were teenagers.
like a lot of times it's like those are adults, right? But this one they were like,
But the soundtrack, dude.
Kurt Russell did
The
fantastic.
soundtrack's great. Great.
I also had the what's going on, the techno. What's going on? All right, you guys are doing awesome.
Any Rushmores back there? Rushmores?
Make sure we keep on time. I don't know what we're trying to do. One till 2, right? Yeah. Any other things that you would like us? What are the
So
things that
here's
you
the
guys
thing, movies,
love?
TV, music, anything else?
Quarterbacks of all time. We did this one, but not current. Retired home.
Oh,
No currents. Thank you for doing that because I know who's and it's eliminated immediately. So my best retired, but George is still playing. No, it's not. Because that was the criteria here. All right, so
I can
retired.
still do this.
Retired for me, just because I'm a homie. Drew Brees is going to be number 1. He's my favorite of all time. Well, there's the Saints guy, and I was a Saints fan. I was finally had success with Drew. He's like, he should be no longer for me. Number 2, very close to when I got into football, it was because of this guy and his Brett Favre.
Hill, Mississippi's own.
He was my favorite to watch.
Brett.
He played it like he was backyard, like just hit fun. All the sound bites too, like the NFL films and Brett Favre was fantastic. Number 3, and again, being put on the spot, I really like Kurt Warner because of his story.
That would have been a Benjamin. That'd be number 1 of
Kurt
them.
Warner's story. If you haven't watched it, what's the movie? American Underdog. It's so good. If you haven't watched it, it's a good movie. The Kurt Warner story. Tom doesn't make my list.
No, it doesn't
Don't
make
like Tom Brady. Okay, and that's the
the whole point of our show.
point of our show.
We
That
can
we don't like. We can put them off from there.
Oh, look. Here we go.
Number 4.
Farrell. Give us a question, Farrell.
Number 4. Gosh, because we didn't say this. My number 4 is always our hardest because it's like
It's the line it's saying.
it craps it off.
Oh, yeah.
1 we usually know. My number 4 retired quarterbacks. I don't know.
You want to wait until I go through?
Yeah, let's spoil it.
All right, so I'm going to go 4. At one time was considered the Joe Montana.
Oh, okay.
Number 4, Joe.
I wasn't there.
No. I'm going to say this. I didn't like him as a Niner. I like him as a Chief, and he's the second best Chief quarterback of
He
all time.
still found a way to put the Chiefs in the
Second best Chief quarterback of all time. And then and if he's the second best, then you know who the real coach should be. So, anyways, number 3 on my mountain would be a Rushmore, Brett Favre.
Yeah.
I like it because I've actually met him a couple times. He's kind of a hometown guy. And I like that he left the Falcons. I love that. Yeah. And then number 2, which is the guy that I can't believe is not on your mountain, is Mr. Forehead, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Is my number 2. And number 1, we're gonna crush with the George, Drew Brees.
Yeah, put 4 big men.
Drew Brees, he's for cheesy. Number 9. Hey, but ask me in about 10 years because that's not changes, bro.
So Mahomes is retiring in 10 years. You're ready.
Patrick Mahomes is the guy.
All right.
Get those cherries, man. Okay. That's part of the discussion.
What? We got time for a couple more Rushmores if anybody wants to throw one out there.
Cannon, what's your Rushmore?
Books, not including the Bible. Here's the thing. I don't read a lot.
Top 4 books.
All right, it would be Dr. Seuss books. It would be
Not including the
Dr.
Bible.
Seuss books.
Such a pastor's kid. Don't give me the Bible. Don't give me
It would be Cat in the Hat, Pop on Pop, In a People House. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? If you always, right, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish,
All right, I can probably do
boxing
this.
socks.
My number 4, I'm a shocker, but I'm a nerd to Geek. I'm going Ready Player One.
Oh, I know you. I think I know you.
Ready Player One. Number 2, not the Bible. Not the Bible. All right, number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, honestly, talking about dinosaurs would probably be Jurassic Park. I love that book, and that's
That's one of the best film schools. Too.
number 2. Number 2 would be Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I'm gonna give you number 1. Chronicles of Narnia.
Bingo.
There it is. I knew that's his. I knew that's his. Fun fact too, Kirby's in the process, has been in the process for a while.
Writing book, and is my hidden is the star.
I'm writing a children's writing book, which is why I put all.
Oh yeah,
books in mine.
Hiccupopotamus.
Yeah, Hannah the Hippopotamus.
Hiccupopotamus. If you guys come back next year, hopefully we'll have some copies.
Yeah, hopefully so. In the back, you had a Rachel here too. What you got?
She had one.
Rock bands. Rock bands.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so if
you've been to our show, this is a hard one.
present, like current ones. Classic. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
So
So any genre, any style. Okay.
just rock. Right? So I'll start here because mine's really easy. Really easy. From an inspirational standpoint, I'm gonna start at one. Normally we do 4, 15, 1. Just on the top of the my number 1 by George is
Yes.
It's Kiss. It's the best one. So as a 9-year-old boy,
I have number 2 for you.
as a 9-year-old boy, seeing spitting fire and the makeup and just everything, I was enamored immediately. And they were my teachers. So I've played music over 20 years now, and that's what got me into music. My uncle was a big Kiss fan, introduced me to him. Love Kiss. My number 2, Led Zeppelin. Gotta get this stuff out. As a drummer,
I've done this long enough.
John Bonham is probably my favorite drummer of all time. Yeah, so it would absolutely be Kiss and Led Zeppelin.
I have number 3.
This is interesting. Do you have it?
Invoke the Night.
No.
That's his band.
That's my old band. We're actually streaming today. I've been on Spotify. That's crazy. But like 15 years too late. No, they're not. My number 3, again, from the classic standpoint, what got me into it is Rush. Rush is there. Rush is fantastic. Because John Bonham's my number 1 drummer. Go here is my number 2. They're like 1A. Number 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab at it.
Stab 4. Can you get it on
YouTube?
No. Well, and I don't hate YouTube. YouTube is a big inspiration for me because my mom was a big YouTube fan. But they're absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of other ones out there, but
My number 4.
Oh,
They're still around. If you were saying current, they'd be my number 1.
okay, yeah, here.
My number 4, Metallica.
Oh,
Metallica,
yeah,
all time. Lars Ulrich.
but
It's a lot
Metallica,
of hate, but he inspired me a lot.
I mean, technically Metallica's staying around too. They keep it.
I love Metallica. They're still doing stuff, but I still do consider them fun.
All right. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Well, this is actually still doing stuff.
All right. Number one. Can you name it?
Your number 1 classic rock band? Def Leppard.
Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Number 1. No, number 1. Number 2. Well, that we can go current, so I gotta take them out.
What?
No, not Def Leppard. Another. Well, I mean Def Leppard technically, but yeah. I mean I'm going to their concert not long from now, but they're technically good. Number 2.
Journey?
Journey,
Journey.
which is the same concert. That's what I wrote.
Well, there's, yeah.
Number 3. Well, that one's current.
He's still formulating these lists as we're talking to people.
I had a list, but I had to pull one out because I forgot it was not current.
Yeah.
Which would probably be guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Metallica and let's
Yeah.
finish it. But I was gonna have Disturbed.
That's current.
That's
Yeah.
current. It's current.
Yeah. Although they've been around for a while.
Yeah, but they're still current.
Early 2000s. So, all right. What time we got? We have
Or
one.
Liquid Blood.
We have a few more minutes. Thank you guys.
Anybody else want to do a
I
Rushmore?
can't believe you guys stuck around.
What do you say?
He said my favorite band. Can you name it?
His favorite band?
My favorite band.
Your favorite band?
Usually my favorite. Not my favorite band.
Oh,
I'm very vocal about it. Five finger death. Five. So, and I'll say, I don't hate.
I'm gonna tell you, he hates five finger death punch, but I
No, let me say
I'm
that.
a military guy. I love all the kids.
I love them. I'm all for them.
He doesn't like the lyrics.
I don't like their lyrics. Some of their lyrics, and it was personal, right? You can have opinions. Let me see this. Yeah, this is a side, but their lyrics to me sound like an eighth grader's demo. Sometimes, like I don't know.
I hate what you hate because you hate it and I hate it.
I hate you with hate or something. I don't know exactly. I just never. I never got into it. I didn't get it. It didn't click with me. Again, I love the whole other side. Yeah. Before I get too much, let's move on to the next side, please.
What's that going to do? Any other Rushmores out there? Go ahead. What you got? They're not fighting, so let me know all the street fighting. Basically. So I can absolutely
just to have a list.
I can absolutely do this right now. Off the top of my head.
I'll steal some.
All right, Mega Man 2 is the Jordan.
What is that party?
Mega Man 2 is absolutely the Jordan. And then I'm going to nail it out with right behind that 3, 4, 1. So Mega Man 2, 3, 4, and 1. That's the top 4 Capcom games of all time.
Mega Man X.
I like X, but I'd rather the original.
Again, I'm trying to find ones that are not the fighting. There's so many. Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis is fun.
It's got to be around Mega Man.
I mean, they're all Mega Man. I would say that I would agree with you. Because
Mega Man 2 is on my
if I could add in fighting, Mega Man would.
Mega Man's on my Rushmore of games of all time.
What's that? Yeah. Resident Evil? Resident Evil?
Ooh, Resident Evil is still not gooder. I just went back to.
He's good.
He's good, y'all. Went back to Louisiana school.
That's a good one, y'all. So here's the thing, you brought up the point, unintentional, okay? We're not experts in everything.
All right, so Barrel
But we're not experts, so a lot of times you do have to research to have bring stuff
Now-
in mind, but that's okay.
Now, Farrell's asking what were your top 4 SNES games? Super Nintendo. We've already done this show. We actually have an episode on this.
Super Nintendo.
We're going to have an episode on this.
Well, there's the George, the easiest George.
Ever?
By far is Super Mario.
Final Fantasy 3?
No. Super Mario. Yeah,
It's Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy 3,
No, none of those.
Razor,
None of. Yeah, that's gonna be my least favorite.
and definitely Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy 3, Razor. You got Razor if you played it. You haven't played that yet. And
It's gotta be intriguing enough for me to look to it.
yeah, okay. And probably Mega Man. So I've already done this show, but I rethink from everyone's show.
That's the fun thing too. We visit our restaurant sometimes and they change.
Let's do the show. So every Friday we go live with a guest. The topics are within 6 categories. January and February we do video games. March and April we do music. We're finishing up music with 90s country artists this Thursday. Our guest always picks the topic. So even if we don't like it or whatever, we kind of push them a different way. But I jokingly said, well, 90s country artists, so that would be my Solid Mountain. That's my all-time country artist. So cool, we'll do that. And then we're jumping into movies and TV for the next 2 months.
They got two actors from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's guys from the RetroCon. They're coming on our show in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll do movie. Nostalgia for 2 weeks. Yep. For 2 months, and then sports for 2 months, and we finish out the year with food.
Food for 2 months.
For 2 months.
So
and then started back over again. We'll do the video games and just keep that rolling. We're always live in the community. If you join in the community, you're called a Summit Squad. Make sure you leave your top 4.
Yes.
And talk with friends.
Yeah. So I don't want to hold it up too long because I know we got.
So we have some material down here that you can see where to find us. You can actually find Retro Cannon. He's got his YouTube, which is a video game YouTube where he's playing the original video games for the first time ever. So the very first time he logs in and plays Pac-Man or whatever, that's his show. That's my son. And then there's Girl Dad on the back, which is him and his 3 daughters living life at Grandma Vicky's, shopping, whatever.
You don't get a body like this by turning down food. So I'm just saying.
No. So we would love for you guys to join and help us get to 1,000. I think we might have just broke 800. We're close. 800 subs.
Yep.
But man, we thank you guys, and we're going to be out at the front. And if you want to come and chat with us, you can spin the wheel and actually get on the show. Anybody that spins the wheel, it lands on the topic, and we'll ask you your top 4, and we'll do it short, and it'll be on the show in about a week or 2.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you guys. Hey, can I ask a favor?
Can we do a selfie?
Yeah. Your brains are working together. If we could do a selfie with you guys, it would be awesome. I think for real. We started this podcast saying, I don't know if anybody's ever going to watch it, and we started this panel saying, I don't know if people are going to show up. So I appreciate you guys sticking around this whole time. We'd love to have conversations with you after, but let's take a selfie real quick if you guys would be cool with that. Stand up.
Do it. All right, everybody, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right. Social media. Think about your top 4 and nothing more. Peace out. Guys, 16-bit RPGs for the win. Yes, Farrell. Yes, Farrell. All right, I'm going to flip to the phone and take you guys around. No, just Farrell. I remember this. All right. Hey, can you help me get? I'm gonna. Hold on. We can take a few trips. I'm gonna enter in the studio so that I can put it in the word.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, we're moving along and going to the next space. Put that down. All right, guys. Taking a trip downtown, walking fast. Thanks, guys. Well, sorry. Squeeze it through. No, that's me. Push that in. Push that in. Yes. Thank you. No, I have to get out of this. That's fine. All right, guys. You're helping us move. Welcome. Got a little bit of an echo on your voice. That's okay. It's because we're in a big old hall. As you can see, this big hall. Screaming around. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Coming through. Now we're going to go and try and hang out with Ming and Sergeant Slaughter. And we're almost there. We've been here. We've been on panels. We were doing church. We did church out there. We did some panels. We've been here the whole time. So.
I was telling my dad to have church service here this morning.
And he said no.
No, he wanted to go to this church service.
I don't blame him. And we're here. We're live. All right, hold that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming in it. Thank you.
Yeah. Dad, can we go to Slam?
Ken, I really don't think we're buying that $30 toll.
I want, yeah, I still want the gecko.
All right. Who's still out there? Is there an echo still? Echo still? Echo still? So, you can spin. I mean, I'm not going to go against Mom, but it's not against the rules. It won't cost you anything. Not against the rules. Yay. 4 people out there. Yeah. So look, we're gonna go and we've got an interview with Ming for sure with Comic Book Men. I still have to go get our autographs with Sergeant Slaughter and try and interview him. And we're gonna go get some food first. So we're gonna probably flip back to the other screen here at this for a little bit, and go and get some food. So hey, we're a podcast. Sorry, we're live right now. Live here. But yeah, we rank your top 4 favorite things in different stuff: movies, sports, TV, whatever. Every Friday we go online and rank our top 4 of that. And yeah, anybody who spins the wheel can get on the show today. That's what the wheel's for. Yeah. So we rank our top 4. So whatever you get, sports. Do you like sports? Good. What's your favorite sport? That's right. So let me see. Go run and go get Mr. Go get Andy. Go get Uncle Andy. I need his phone. Go get him. So what we do is we go, what are your top 4 of something? Do you have 4 favorite players? There's 4 favorite players, I'm sure. You have 4 favorite baseball players of all time? We'll do that one. Hey, look, I'm going to log out of this one and flip to that one so that I can use this. Yeah. So.
Your top 4 right now. What's up, man? Thank you. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna flip it. Stay here. What's your name? JJ. Flip out of that one. I'm just gonna get back to this one. All right. Now. All right, Rushmore Show. We are back with a new Rushmore. JJ here has got sports. He told me his favorite sport was baseball, so he's going to give us his top 4 favorite baseball players of all time. All right, go ahead.
Number 1 is Ozzy Albies. Number 2 is St. Number 3 is Ron. Number 4 is Freddie.
Sounds like a Braves fan to me. That's your top 4 and nothing more. I live in Atlanta. I'm from. What's up? We got you a burger.
Nice.
We're from here. I mean,
That's right.
yeah. There you go, dude. Give us Rose. Yeah, yeah. I'll go back. Hey, what do you think Ramos? That's the best. So that will be out on our show. We have so many people that have come through. We just boom, 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 boom. You're gonna look out and you'll say, appreciate you guys. I'm going.
I knew what things.
What's up, man? No booth, just shopping.
This year.
So,
Conflict.
oh, so you get a call up. Hello, son. I'm here with my son.
This is
Ruben. Nice to meet you, buddy. Your dad's been on the show twice.
Yeah.
Little podcast.
Yeah.
Man, you like Barney Brothers? Is that your favorite?
Well, I'll watch that movie a little bit. I just I watched the whole thing.
It's a great one. It's a great one.
So I'm glad, man. And I had, this is
So, absolutely. Give us some more information. Love your cut.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Yes.
I said it's interesting.
At least it. Yeah. I mean,
What?
depends on the amount of time and effort and whatever that takes from other things. But yeah, we're always looking at stuff. Yeah, we would love it. You gonna be around a while?
Yeah.
You just going in? Yeah, so we're gonna get some food. We're gonna come back. Maybe you guys will be on the show.
Yeah.
Spend the week. Be on the show. Cool. So we'll come back. We'll come back. Yeah, you can spend it. But you come back. We gotta get food. We gotta get food.
He got more.
All right, bro. So, let's see. Y'all go join me. We'll see you around. All right.
We all started. Yeah, yeah. Right. It's not checking your nose. What? These ladies, stickers.
But the next one is
camera.
the Rushmore boys. Here or no?
I don't think they're here right now.
When are they gonna be here? Oh, man.
Sorry.
Hey, Miss, when are the first one's gonna be here? Yeah. I know when.
That's why you should buy it.
Why? Why? I've been told that. I've been told that.
Literally, it's not 5 times. I'm sorry.
It's so much easier to do. Isn't it? Exactly. I'm scared.
No, I'm making sure. All right. It's been a lot of money. 2 hours. Well, to me, I'm gonna go. It's like way too. No, don't do that. That one cat. So late. So late. I think you could have said anything. You could have said anything. Because you can't Friday. You had you don't see me holding on our spot. PlayStation 5, multiplayer, like Arkham Asylum, and if I Spider-Man 2, God of War, no video. Like superhero, right? It's usually style and single player. And you can play with everybody. You most to do it again. Like had a multiplayer back. Now this is like one of the only games. So we're gonna try it out. I hope it's good. Or I just spent $30. Have to go around. Go around.
Person. It's the does the wheel cost money? Sorry.
She's the beast.
You can't record me. Delete this footage.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
See what
I was just curious. I just wanted to know.
What's up?
Come on, boy.
Somebody needs to go tell Miss Catherine, they got way too many. Shut up.
But you were made. No, I just don't. There you go. There you go. There's a market for it. You're gonna get. You don't have to pay it. But kids are basketball. The guy that makes a living from one of them you have. Yeah, for sure. I know. You're right. Good job. Oh yeah. It's like so you like a sport you cover up the and then we have a whole bunch of calling this
They need some lucky hands. We were eating.
Start off, and he can't because my spot. They put I'm on my car. I'm coming. Yeah, not. I didn't have a trip. I used to really right. It's great. There's a war making stop later. Britain was like, your odds against you're going to get 1. And then we had the Civil War. And then we had the War of Eight. Stop drinking another one. My dad exactly. Oh, not phenomenal. Yeah, maybe bad. Oh, that's for people on. On a ship. I just want to win. Yeah. That's what it's all about. We don't win anything, man. We guys think what you talk about when that's the meeting on shore. All right. Yeah, Mario. Sweet. All right. So this is what we do. So we're all about top fours. So what we'll do is I ask you something. So you said you spun video games. I'm going to put it there so it's there. We're going to ask you a question about your top four favorites in some kind of video game topic. So you like, obviously you got Mario. You like Mario? Think of 4 Mario games that you like. Top 4 Mario games.
Super Mario Brothers 3, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story, and Super Mario Wonder.
Okay, awesome. All right, so you want to come over? What's your name?
Grant.
Grant. Awesome. You want to come over here? We'll film that real quick. You want to do it on yours or not? Yeah, you come right here. You want to be on the ship? Yeah, we're going to do this, and then I'm going to say we're here with Grant. He's going to tell us he spun video games. He's going to tell us his top 4 Mario games, and then you're going to say yours. Okay, is that cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Ready?
My
All
top,
right. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me start. I'm going to start. He's going to go, and then I'll give you. I'll send it to you. Yeah, you're good. All right, SDCC, we are here with Grant, who just spun video games. And because of what he's wearing, we're going to say, hey, what are your top 4 favorite Mario games?
Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Wonder,
Nice.
Yoshi's Island, and Yoshi's Story.
Nice. Awesome. And that's your top 4 and nothing more.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. So what we'll do is in a week or so, you just grab one meeting and be on our show. That's our link to our show. You'll be on our show.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Nice to meet you, man.
That's it.
Hi, Grant.
I know.
Good job. What do you need? Oh, over there. What are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be doing my job right now? Outside. What? Yeah. All right, we'll go walk over. Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the restroom? All right.
Oh, we are back, everybody. What's going on?
It's Maine, guys. Where y'all at?
What's up?
So what do?
Okay.
We're gonna spin the wheel.
Okay.
Whatever you get, we're gonna ask you a top 4 of that subject. In
Okay.
there.
Are you guys ready? Well, here we go. We're spinning the wheel. Nice healthy spin. And we are landing on food. Oh, okay. Okay.
Hold on. Let's get there. So,
What are our favorite topics? Okay.
so what is let's go. What's with your top 4 foods that you've had from New Orleans so far?
Aha. Okay.
All right, so here, we'll do this. Ready?
You want to both be in it, or you want to self?
You do it.
Okay. All right. All right, SDCC, we're here with Ming from Comic Book Man. He's
What's
here
up,
over
everybody?
very excited, and he just spun our wheel and went to my favorite topic, food. And since you've been in Louisiana, I'm sure you've eaten some good food.
A lot
right?
of good food. It's one of the best food cities in the world.
You heard it right here,
And,
people.
I think landing on food, no big surprise there. I think it was meant to be like that. I love food.
Oh,
I do all these Comic-Cons so I can eat.
that's what it's all about, man. The food trucks, everything's great. So, what would be your top 4 foods that you've had either in Louisiana since you've been here or just in general?
Number 4, we gotta go with the classic crawfish.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
crawfish season. I love crawfish. I love getting my hands dirty.
Yeah.
So I've had I did the crawfish. Now here's the thing. I haven't been to a legit boil yet. So
We gotta make that happen.
no one's invited me. I know they're everywhere. Somebody invite me to a legit boil.
Do it for this man, right?
Yeah, unroll the paper, dump the crawfish on there.
Do the whole thing.
I'm going to town. So I've only eaten them at restaurants, which I know, like you guys around here, like you guys don't really do that.
I don't think I hit it at a restaurant, but okay, that's fine.
But I have to do that because I don't have crawfish in New Jersey. So getting my hands in there, potatoes, corn, whatever they throw in there. Yeah, for sure. Number 3, not really a food, Bloody Mary, man.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Great.
Bloody Marys.
See a great Bloody Mary from anywhere. Anywhere.
All right.
There are different varying ones for sure, but I had one at a place called the Golden Lantern the other day. It was Friday at about 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Where else can you do that but New Orleans?
There you go.
It was great. There's dogs running around in the bar in New Orleans.
That's
Kind of
what's
a
that.
thing there.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, that ain't flying in New Jersey. I don't let dogs in the bars there. So, and just really interesting clientele. Some crazy lady ran in ranting about her laundry machine and how people were stealing it. And then she ordered like 3 shots of Take, ready to go.
Oh,
So,
there you go. That's
either-
New Orleans in a nutshell, right?
That either made her more mad or calmed her down. I don't know. I'll never find out. Never find out.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2, man. Any Cajun food from Coops down in down near the quarter.
Yeah.
Oops, it's fantastic.
Yeah, big shout out to our friend Judah who works over there. He actually stopped here.
Judah, where you at, man?
Yeah. Oh, he's working over there.
Yeah.
He came yesterday.
Yeah.
He's working over there. Yeah, and
And you're number 1.
number 1, rest in peace. But I love fried chicken. My favorite fried chicken place at William A. Scott
Willie
Jones.
Mays. There it is.
Burned down. I hear they're rebuilding,
Yes.
but it's taking too long. I want to go back, man. But
Fried chicken there.
Willie Mae Scott Jones is in my book the best fried chicken in New Orleans, possibly the world, and hopefully they come back. I know people argue about that. Like everyone's got their own fried chicken dish here.
Willie Mays.
But Willie Mays is that's where I take all my friends like, okay, you're right, and and I'm like, we gotta get there early. I'm waiting in line for you guys. We're getting up at 9:30, 10. We're going over. So it's a little early. So I ain't waiting in line.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Really means Scott Jones. Big shout out to you and your rebuild. So that would be my number 1. That I always had over there. So honorable mentions to
Benjamin's.
yeah, any honorable mentions to any New Orleans snowballs.
Yes.
For sure.
Glad.
For sure. Cafe de
Yeah.
Cafe de Monde.
Gumbo?
Not yet, but I'm gonna work on that tonight. Yeah, and then Gulf oysters for sure. So that's more than 4, but you get my bonus.
You got the bonus. That's your top 4 and a little bit more with me.
Yeah, so that's it, my friend.
Awesome.
Can we just get a picture with it?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, Miss Lester. Hey, come on.
Get in, guys.
Oh, Ken. That's for the whole week. Did you get it? Then, so, I didn't. So this is excuse me. We'll throw it on in the next 2 weeks. So the live is also it's live going on right now. So. Maybe would you mind? I think it's oh wow. You say it. Oh yeah. Yes, we did. Okay. So that's what it is. It's all about your top 1. Okay. Oh. All right.
All my top 4.
Awesome. That's perfect.
You guys are, of course, yeah, you guys are awesome. I love that you're at the stream.
Trying to get to the 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you'll get this.
Yeah. We're trying to do the shorts.
Oh, yeah.
There's some nostalgia, man.
Yeah, no one's got.
You run a show last time.
What that
No one wants to watch it.
Stuff for your childhood. Stuff for your childhood. Anything from your
I
childhood.
watch 3 minutes.
Like cartoons, toys. Yeah, anything to watch.
I like Turtle and Hot
Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers.
and Hot Wheels.
Thomas, you want to do the show?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. Let's do Ninja Turtles. Can you give us your 4 favorites? 4 favorites.
I'm gonna do Ninja Turtle.
In Ninja Turtles? Give me your 4 favorite villains. Villains. Bad guys.
Oh,
From
bad
Ninja
guy.
Turtles. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Hold it. Think about him, and we're gonna quickly draw. Ready? Think about your 4. 4 in your head.
Yeah.
4 in your head. Tell me your name. Mitchell Smith.
No.
Business Smith. All right, here we go. All right, Rushmore Show. I'm here with Mr. Smith, and he got nostalgia. He is going to give us his top 4 villains from the Ninja Turtle franchise.
I took 4 bad guys.
4 bad guys.
This is Shredder.
Forrest.
The Rhino one. The Rhino.
Rocksteady.
Yeah, Rocksteady. Bebop.
Bebop and
And on the back end.
the foot soldiers.
Yeah, the flip.
That's your top 4 and nothing more.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
What's up, guys? We're a podcast, man. We go through our top 4 different pop culture things: sports, movies, video games, toys, cartoons.
Oh, yeah. Get your signature.
And anybody that tunes in, we can get on the show, and we ask you a question, and we're gonna make a short of it, put you out there on the YouTube if you want to be on it. If anybody wants to, you can have a sticker as well.
You go online.
Also on the back, just a little other promotion in the back. This is him and his daughter's YouTube, and this is me and his. Yeah. If you want to go, we're trying to hit that 1,000 mark, man. Go live. We're giving away pops.
Giving pops away.
We're live right now, right here.
You go on the live and you comment hashtag STCC, you get entered for a drawing.
Yeah. We're gonna draw here in a little bit.
So we'll do one today after the show.
So, like, you spin the wheel.
Just spin the wheel and say you landed on, like he just did. He landed on nostalgia. And we asked him something from his childhood. He said he liked Ninja Turtles, so we asked him his top 4 favorite villains from the Ninja Turtles. All right. Oh, your choice. You get to pick one. So these are the 6 topics: sports, nostalgia, video games, food, movies, or music. Which one would you like?
I guess I'll do video.
Video games. What's your favorite console?
Xbox.
Xbox. All right. So top 4 Xbox games. Can you give us top 4 Xbox games or Xbox franchises?
Top 4.
Yeah. I'll do that. Don't tell him yet. Can you think of those? Or you want to go something else?
I'm not sure if just Xbox.
You can give us top 4 video games all the time if you want.
My favorite video games.
Can you give you all top 4 video games all the time? All right. Cool. All right, Rushmore. Pause that. What's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan. Perfect.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Rushmore Show. We're back. All right. All right, Rushmore Show. We're back with another Rushmore from Dylan. Dylan just rolled his choice. He picked video games. He's going to give us top 4 video games of all time.
All right. So, do I go first?
We usually go 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So, my favorite, 4th favorite is probably Splinter Cell Blacklist. 3 is probably Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, like first-person shooters. We're going this way. Here we go. Or third-person shooters.
2nd is probably Assassin's Creed.
We're not shooting, but it's still in third-person. Brotherhood. Good one. Good pick.
And then my favorite game of all time is probably
That's yours, we call it.
Red Dead.
Dead Redemption. That's a fantastic game. That's your top 4. Nothing more. So like in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we got so many. It'll be a short here soon. And come sub, find us. If you put STCC in the comments, we're giving away more stuff later in live. You can go find us in the live right there. It's on there right now. So STCC, we'll give away some stuff. Yep, appreciate it, y'all. Oh, we also go live every Friday night. We're in music right now. Video games was last 2 months. Next is movies and TVs. Come find us, man. Help us. Yes, sir. You ready? Let's go. We got some more interviews. We're going to get. Hey, y'all. Hello. Y'all have fun? Y'all leave it? Y'all enjoy it? You just got hurt, man. What did they do for you? Only got hurt. Oh, nah. Hey, we're going to have Five Nights at Freddy's actors on our show in 2 weeks. Nice. Yeah, you heard that. Come on. There you go. They're going to be on our show in 2 weeks. Yeah. The guy that got killed by Bonnie and the guy that got killed by Cupcake, they're going to be on our show in 2 weeks. Yeah.
I got the
The gecko is not. My things up. Start new collections. I know. I'm okay with the picture. You wanted that. Yeah. All right. Down doors.
Oh, it's Earth Day, Barbie. Oh, did it? Oh. That was originally.
No, never. Could one of y'all take a picture for me, please? I actually have them in one place. Yeah. I didn't know about it so much. Oh, that's all. I found out about it. I started buying games on the Switch. But you need a couple. But I think my favorite is probably let's go with old school Power Pro Master. Probably my favorite.
How you doing? Good. What's that? $27,000. Hey, let me just let you know, we're a YouTube channel. I don't know if you've had one of these yet. You can have some stickers too. However many stickers you want. Yeah, take one of those. Absolutely. We're a YouTube channel. What we do is we rank our top 4 favorites in all of these different categories. That's why it's the deal. And what we're doing today, we're actually live right now. So you guys are on video. Sorry. Kind of trapped into that. Sorry. But we've been live the whole time. What we're doing with the deal is that if you want to be on our show, we're filming some quick things. Let's say you roll video games. We would say, hey, let's talk about favorite and whatever. Nintendo games, whatever. You got any of those things.
I want to be on
You need to be on the show. Yeah. So what we're doing, Gracie. Okay. Awesome. So Gracie, you'll go ahead. Go ahead. Speak. That way. Movies and TV. You like movies and TV? Okay. What kind of you like cartoons? You like what kind of movies? Action movies? What about this said Gracie? Her 4 favorite movies. Right? Do that.
Well, there are people lying behind me.
Yeah.
Will you do it? Yeah. So I'll give you this.
Okay. All right, Gracie. All right. So you're gonna watch. He's gonna film it. Kirk's in it. All right, SPCC, you're here with another wheel spin. We got Gracie, who's on movies and TV, and she's going to tell us, hey, what are her 4 favorite movies of all time? Nice. There you go. That's your top 4. Nothing more. Simple as that.
Enough guys are going to be on the show, but 2 or 3 weeks. That's 2 to act. The guy who got killed by Bonnie, taken the movie. Huh? Yes, we're going to go.
Anybody else? How long was in the wheel?
Oh, right here. It's in the group. Actually, we can talk about that. Let's get it.
They're gonna
How doing out there?
Yes. So let me give you this right here. So the sticker. So this is old. Change our format. But so it's the Rushmore Show. So what we do is we do a ranking show. We talk about our top 4 favorites. We include and we bring guests on. We're actually live right now. We're live right now. Yeah. So we're doing the wheel is we're having guys that don't come up to the wheel. That's our whole deal. All the socials. I mean, okay. Sure. Can we see what else? So you look like trimmed down. Okay.
Try to. I probably threw more back.
That's why I did. So it's cool. We also now
Reboot, the unconventional.
okay.
We had this right here. More for the better.
That's what it's all about.
Like the bow tie, man. On Monday we had bow tie day. I'm also
Oh, okay.
in Atlanta. So I was he is your no, and then I took a position as a missionary in Atlanta. And then about a year and a half later, he took that position.
Oh, okay. Drop off on.
So we are. Yeah. So we did this. Yeah. So we do so movies, TV, video games, sports, movies, whatever's in that room. Every Friday night live, and we're making friends. This is him and his daughter. They have their own. This is me and him. So we he's very first. Yeah. That's his new channel. He just and so yeah, anybody who spins the wheel, whatever. Move to TV. Y'all want to be on the trip? Can you be on the trip? I'll record them and they're going to yep, want to be on? So movies and TV. What's your favorite? Is this your favorite movie of all time? That's a great movie. You love blood sports. USA. Well, they were just talking about Halloween packs too, so don't go about
Rocky Three's your favorite.
Can you think your four favorite movies of all time? Rocky, can you get one more?
All the movies you watch. Come on.
Some other old movie that the Rushmore Show. We are podcast. Hoping that we can Mount Rushmore of all kinds of different categories. We do music, TV, movies, games, food. I talk about all of that. We talk about everything. We sometimes how we work into this, right? We just kind of go back and forth in opinions and answer back and forth. We're live every Friday night on the Nation channel. And what we're doing today, we're doing two live. Number one, we're live right now. Anybody goes to subscribe or goes to this live video, and you comment hashtag STCB, you're automatically entered for a drawing. We're going to get your names away. If you're not here, if you don't live locally, no worries about that. Awesome. And then the last one is like spinning the wheel. If anybody wants to be on the show for a short, you spin the wheel and you can give up. You can spin it to be on right there on the tab. So we'll throw that. And then are you ready to go? Let me watch. You'll see what's going to happen right here. So and Eli are going to be on the show. So, Romney, I'm gonna step on the front wheel. And you guys, I'm gonna speak really loud. Whoever goes to you, okay? Alright. Rushmore Show, we're back. All right, Rushmore Show, we're back with another Rushmore. This is a real special one. We got two young fellas. They both did movies and TV. It's this Eli and Roman. They're going to give us their top 4 action movies of all time. You're never going to believe this. Go. Rocky. Double Impact. Bloodsport. And Enter the Dragon. That's your top 4 and nothing more. Hi, y'all be on the show. Yeah, you can watch it. You go right here. Subscribe. On this show, you'll see it. And this is your show. Yeah, my church show. So there you go. Okay. That's it. Maybe on. Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna win if you don't if you spin it for fun. Now, go ahead. Spin away. You spin all day. So rally about 15 minutes. We probably have 40 of these to do. So, like every other day or so, we'll put one out. Okay, cool. So be on the lookout next 5 minutes. Thank you. Right. So I saw it didn't pass, but I better go out.
No.
Yeah. So that. What, Danny?
No.
Yeah. I didn't print you.
That was totally being good the whole time. I changed it. Yeah, that's totally being good the whole time. I don't. No, I don't want to understand. How do I be back? What? See, everybody take one step that way. One, two, three, yeah. Put it in here now. Now.
That one was the dark food.
Go with you. I sit on you important. Watch out. Get up for you. What's the fun on you? Hey, if your daughter can come around to my phone. You definitely have to do that. I'm just gonna go sit. Always the casting. I'm going to have to more than from this, so people just think about it.
And they won't bother me. I had these cross my nose and into my mouth. It's like so perfect, it's so weird. And then
Not sure what. We were going online. I'm going like this.
Hey, and James Dopey. I'm about to tear your ass up. Pick that drink up now. Pick it up. Sit it up there. Go sit down in that chair. Don't move. When I tell you not to do something, do it. Oh. Don't move. You hear me? Come on, let's go get that seat now. I don't want to hear it.
No, Master Chief.
Come here.
Oh, man. Not a drink over.
Come here.
This morning, and drive back. Like I literally just dropped off the building. Yes.
Where's the thing that was like?
And I was supposed to work this morning, but I didn't tell her what I was doing, so I didn't tell her the.
It's funny, I think that was
What?
What?
So she had no right.
I didn't see it. Yeah. Who dined it over? That kid?
He went to police officer's kid. So good luck finding that one. I put everything back up though.
Everything fell over?
Yeah.
Well, two of those pots fell over and the wheel fell over and your monster fell.
Was it the little Halo kid? Oh, that's why he was crying.
Yeah, it's not really tuned into it. Your video is no longer family.
Oh, she cursed him out? Oh, that's good. That'll go viral. Did y'all see that? Anybody still out there get to see that? Post in the comments.
Say I saw that.
Hey. Well, stop everything else. Margaret, show him.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I can't even hear. So we should just be hurt. You're a moth. See? Hey, I'm happy. It's really like you're not. Okay, I'm gonna get you not. Yeah. Have you seen the beautiful flowers out there? Wonderful. Yeah. I walked through there. All in the park. I expected, like, you know, that wasn't. You should have grabbed. So we planted these on the. Like, he pointed in a direction over there.
They're waiting for specific to go over there, so all the states have once. Full of teenagers, full of, and we have like, and they like work sprint home over with the gas, the flowers, the parking lot, and then some of them come in like be all over the factory. It's horrible. And so my coworker he sees them pull up, and he's like older. And he's like, no, they don't. And we walk and just like, no, go away. Yeah. I tried to follow up, but it was the time we spent doing that, shaved off, like, a nice time. And then we didn't have to go to the junk team. And it was
So he puts you in the goal plus you. So like, yeah, I can choke out my here.
I know what he did with that, but he didn't have to get arrested.
I thought they were gonna get him. It's like, oh.
Oh, no, it was.
So the fastest are it's on Main Street. Hey, officer, look at your thing.